What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of FORNEVERNEWS, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related. And we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you feel, get it done. No matter how you feel, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so for whatever reason, it feels like it's been a little bit since we've actually done one of these. I think it's been about 4 or 5 days. I don't know. I kind of missed it. And I'm very excited to talk about a whole bunch of anime and manga related news. So I don't want to waste you guys' time. Without further ado, people, let's jump into it. Let's talk about the first story we got on the docket, my lord, which is a very, very big one at that. Because first off, people, the big story that we got to start the episode with is about Bleach, in particular about the upcoming Bleach 1000-Year Blood War anime. It's been already almost 2 years since we got the big announcement that, boom, Bleach anime returning, 1000-Year Blood War. This is going to be huge. This is going to be hype. And it kind of went radio silent due to the pandemic and everything, which is completely understandable. Also gave them a lot more time to produce this thing, which is pretty dope in and of itself. However, we finally got a big announcement that this December, this month that we're in right now, 2021, we're finally going to see something. We're finally going to see something out of it other than just the initial announcement, because according to reports, Bleach 1000-Year Blood War Arc PV and key visual will be revealed on December 18th at Jump Festa. Bleach event on December 18th to present the first trailer and visual for the upcoming new TV anime adaptation. After revealing that Bleach will be getting a special live streamed only stage at Jump Festa 2022 for the TV anime adaptation of the 1000-Year Blood War arc, it was further revealed today that the Super Stage X Bleach will show off the first trailer and first visual for the series. To present the first look at the upcoming TV anime, Ichigo's voice actor Masakazu Morita, Rukia's voice actor Fumiko Orikasa, and Ishida's voice actor Noriaki Sugiyama will be joining the stream. Joining the voice actors from the original TV anime series will be Weekly Shonen Jump editor Shu Murakoshi, who was also a producer on the Burn the Witch anime, as well as Yoshiyuki Hidai from the comedy duo America Zarigani as the MC of the stream. Tite Kubo's sword fighting battle action manga Bleach was serialized in Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump from August 2001 to August 2016. So it actually feels like it's finally about to happen. Now, it's interesting because we have some series that they get, you know, the big trailer and all that jazz, and then it takes ages for them to come, a la Chainsaw Man. Like, fam, it's been how many months now we're going on since we got that beautiful, gorgeous Mappa Studios produced, or I don't even think they actually produced it. I think they freelance somebody. But anyway, either way, we had that beautiful trailer, and we're all the way here on December, and we still don't got nada, but we do got updates later on in the story about that as well. But so we could get this trailer this month, and we could still wait all the way till spring, summer, who the hell knows, right? Because we don't really know exactly when it's going to come out, or because they've had, you know, ample time to be producing this thing, we could get the announcement. And for me personally, I think it would be so fitting, and I don't know if they would actually do this, but it would be so fitting if for the spring season anime this Bleach thing was to start, because it was 2012, March of 2012, when the Bleach anime ended. How fitting would it be for the 10-year anniversary of the Bleach anime ending for it to return around, you know, the springtime, end of March, early April? I think that would work so freaking well, and I would really love to see it. But we're actually going to be getting a trailer and a PV, which PV, whatever, I'm more so really excited about that trailer, because this trailer is going to tell us a lot. I don't want to say everything we need to know, but it's going to tell us a lot about what they're doing, the direction they're going with this adaptation. In my opinion, I have no doubt in my mind that if you're going to do this big revival and you had all this ample time, and it looks like they're really drumming things up for this big Bleach return, this is probably going to look gorgeous. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it's probably going to be one of the most gorgeous looking anime returns we've ever seen. So I can't freaking wait for it. But yeah, December 18th, Jump Festa. This is going to be one of the biggest Jump Festas of all time. I don't remember being this hyped for a Jump Festa probably ever, because we actually have a lot of big things and a lot of confirmations of big things that are coming. We've had announcements for the announcements for the announcements. So yeah, I'm expecting some greatness from this, especially again now that we got the trailer for the 1000-Year Blood War coming. Never thought I'd see the day, honestly. After the Bleach anime ended in 2012 and then the Bleach manga ended in 2016, it wasn't looking good at all. But here we are, people. December 18th. I will be reporting. I might even do a live reaction because that's too big to just wait for a story. I'm going to probably live react to that as soon as it drops. And just while we're on the topic of Bleach, No Breaths from Hell just released digitally in Japan, and it's #1 popular work right now. And I'm looking at here, it's like #1, and then there's World Trigger, Kaiju number 8, Katekyo Hitman Reborn. It looks like they're doing some beginning stages for a Reborn return. I've just noticed little things. I noticed Crunchyroll got the OVA for Reborn, one of the OVAs recently. It looks like they might be following suit with Bleach depending on the success, but yeah, that one shot just digitally is running up the charts over there in Japan. Really dope stuff. No Breaths from Hell. Let's go. Okay, people, moving forward, we got a little bit of Boruto anime spoilers to go through. Where we're going, we had, I want to say the last time we reported, it was the episode titles for the upcoming episodes. Now we got a little bit of info for what these episodes are going to really entail. Because for starters, we got Boruto episode 228, Kawaki, a path towards being a shinobi. Team 10's escort mission goes awry. And of course, courtesy of Organic Dinosaur, it says, in order for Kawaki to become a genin, it's been decided that he will take a special graduation exam that is different from the typical one that is administered by the Ninja Academy. If Kawaki is able to execute and complete a D-rank mission, it would confer him with the equivalent qualifications. He immediately joins in with another team's mission, but then... Okay, so they're gonna play around a little bit, which it kind of makes sense, right? Because, I mean, Kawaki was a part of and somewhat responsible for the defeat for one of the biggest villains. Now that I think about it, holy cow, Kawaki is actually a legend in Konoha. Just think about it for a second. Before even going to the academy, he was already responsible for a threat that, you know, threatened the whole entire village, in fact the whole ninja world, and he was somewhat responsible for the defeat of it. So he did what took a lot of people, you know, they go to the academy, they go up all the ranks, yada yada. He did that before even becoming a full-fledged shinobi. Yeah, I think he should just do one small mission and be able to become a genin. That kind of makes sense. But also I feel like these are building foundations for Kawaki, because again, we always will know where the story is leading, of Kawaki being essentially at the very least on the opposition of whatever Boruto stands for. So adding more of these things of like, damn, he's even going to be a full-fledged shinobi potentially, that's going to make it more heartbreaking when it's time for the big, whether it be betrayal or him just going the other way, because then it's going to be like, man, you was really a part of the Leaf, fam. What are you doing? But then we also got info on episodes 229 and 230. Boruto episode 229, Violating Orders, December 19th. Kawaki is anxious about not doing well on an exam, which is a test that would fulfill the requirements needed to become a genin. The Nandaime then announces that Kawaki will be assigned to a particular mission. Alongside Shikadai and Chocho, he will be escorting Mozuku, someone who has come from the Lol country, the land of calm, or Nagi no Kuni. They will be guarding Mozuku on his way back to his hometown. Okay, so kind of like a filler mission, to be honest with you. It doesn't sound like it's essential because this is how Kawaki is going to become a genin, but it doesn't sound, well, actually, you know, that was similar to what they did with the Zabuza stuff, so maybe this is going to be Kawaki's, like, Zabuza experience or something. Then we got episode 230, A Wish, the day after Christmas on December 26th. Chocho has been attacked. Oh, God, we're going with Chocho on the day after Christmas. Well, Chocho's been aight in the battle against Sarada. Maybe this could be interesting. Chocho has been attacked by a mysterious ninja, and in addition, the package that Mozuku has been carefully carrying around with him has gotten stolen. Even though Shikadai decides that they should head back to the village for a while, Kawaki and Mozuku, who wants to get his package back by any means necessary, decide to go in pursuit of the mysterious ninja. I'm curious to see, so if Kawaki is going to be rolling with Team 10, Inoshika Cho, I'm curious to see how he interacts with them. And again, this is adding characterization that, by golly, I wish the manga would actually include, because it would make these characters, the next generation, more relevant. Because, like, okay, boom, you're putting somebody that is supposed to be basically like, you know, the Sasuke, so to speak, or the Naruto, whatever you want to call it. He's one of the two main MCs of this whole shebang, and you're putting him next to Team 10. You're giving more importance to them as well, and you're just giving him his own independent thing. And yeah, this sounds like it's going to be somewhat interesting. Mainly, I'm more excited to just see the interactions between Kawaki and Team 10. Building more of his character, building more of how, you know, other people in the Leaf view Kawaki, opposed to just seeing, you know, Boruto and Sada, that, well, really Boruto, like, oh, I love you, Kawaki, bro. But yeah, it looks as though they're really going to give him, you know, somewhat of a decent time, or a hard time, so to speak, of how to become a ninja. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park for him to get that genin headband. And yeah, people, those are the spoilers for the upcoming 3 episodes of Boruto, 228 through 230. Moving forward, because we got a lot of these, let's jump straight into, we got some Shonen Jump author comments. For starters, we got from Dandadan, the new manga in Shonen Jump, Gen Osuka. He said, I'll be working hard so that you can enjoy the series every week. I'm so grateful to everyone who's supporting me through this. I want to see you win, fam. I really enjoyed that first chapter. I ain't gonna lie. Creator of One Piece, Eiichiro Oda, said, Koizuru One Piece was hilarious every week. Good luck to the Way Out There creator, Ihara-san, and his new series. Oh, yeah, because they put that on suspension so that he could go do his, serialized manga. I want to see him win. I don't ever want to see Koizuru One Piece again, just because that would mean that Ihara-san actually failed. Nah, I want to see him win. Go ahead, man. I know these are their dreams, even if I'm not really enthusiastic about his manga. Maybe it could be something dope in the future. We got Richiro Inagaki, author of Dr. Stone. Even without oxygen in space, explosives still explode. It makes logical sense, but you have to think about it for a second. Wait, so without okay, whatever. Hajime Komodo, author of Marshall. Winter is cold, but it's one of the 4 seasons, so I'm looking forward to it. Well, just because it's one of the 4 seasons doesn't mean you gotta look forward to it. I'm never looking forward to winter, fam. Like, I'm a summer dude, a spring dude. Hell, I rock with the fall. Once it gets to winter, I'm like, take me back to the sun. Okay, I wasn't going to actually cover this, but this is the previous author of Koizuru One Piece with his Protect Me Shugomaru series, Daiki Ihara. He said, everything I am right now is thanks to Oda-sensei. He's talking about Eiichiro Oda. Thank you so much. I'll do my very best. I respect that, man. When you can show love and admiration to people that got you to where you are, that gave you the tools and all of that jazz, that is really, really dope. I love to see camaraderie and stuff like that. Like, that's respect, man. Like, shout outs to Daiki Ihara. Again, I'm rooting for you. Then we got one that I will be covering every week, their author comment in particular, because I'm on board with this series. I'm really loving 3 chapters deep where we're at with it. You may have seen my first impression on it. It's called Ayashimon. Yuji Kaku said, I like Toei's V Cinema line of movies from the 90s, especially the thrillers like Serpent's Path. Yeah, I'm really excited about this series. He had Hell's Paradise. His new series is really dope. It kind of has an edgy feel to it. So I'm going to be, for the time being, depending on how Jump treats it, I will be covering Yuji Kaku's comments every week from Ayashimon. So, hey, a new, staple addition to Forever News for now. We got My Hero Academia's Kohei Horikoshi. I'm watching the Kome Can't Communicate anime. It's so cute. I really got to get on that one. Like, that's one that's been on my list for a little bit. So, yeah, dope stuff. And, go ahead. Communicate a little better next time without trolling us. We'll get to that in another video, fam. We got Yuto Suzuki, author of Sakamoto Days. I bought some Katanuki die-cut candy that I've wanted to try out for a while now. I figured it'd be easy, but it's tough. Shout outs to Yuto Suzuki. I don't know about candy. I'm not a candy guy. Yuki Tabata, author of Black Clover. We haven't seen each other in person for a while, but it's nice to see you in the magazine again. Gen Sensei, let's both do our best. Was Gen Osuka an assistant to Yuki Tabata? That's the author of Dandadan, the new manga in Shonen Jump. That's really dope that they have a relationship, though. I'm sure he wants to see him win as well. Like, all of these assistants and people that were previously rubbing elbows with a lot of the established mangaka are coming with their own series. Like, it's weird. It's like they're training them up to be the next mangaka, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's part of what Shonen Jump is actually thinking when they put these people together. And yeah, people, those were all the Shonen Jump author comments this week. Very interesting. And again, I will be doing Yuji Kaku from Ayoshimon every week, depending on what happens. If it stands around for a while, that would be really, really fire because I like it. I'm not sure about Dandadan because chapter 1 was dope, but that doesn't mean the next couple of chapters will be dope. Ayashimon, 3 chapters in, and I'm really loving it. Moving forward, we got a couple of sales updates for a few different series. For starters, we got One Punch Man by One, and Yusuke Murata has 25 million copies in circulations for volumes 1 through 24. So it's basically averaging about 1 million copies per volume, and man, everybody keeps telling me how amazing the One Punch Man manga is and how it's been for a while, and especially recently, it's been plot twist after plot twist, and god damn, I ain't gonna lie, like, part of me, I like to stay anime only with One Punch Man because it is one hell of an experience, especially, of course, season 1. But season 2, for everything that, the shit that we give it, season 2 was dope too, especially Garo. He was freaking awesome. So a part of me, I feel guilty sometimes when it's like, man, I would really love to read the One Punch Man manga. I know I will probably love it. I read all of the One thing many years ago, the webcomic or whatnot, but part of me feels like, man, I really enjoyed the anime experience. Yo, can y'all make another season already? Can Madhouse pick it back up? Or hell, bring it to Mappa. I don't know if Mappa can handle anything. I don't know. Ufotable, somebody really dope. Can y'all come and grab this IP and put it back to its once prominence that easily, if you give it a really banging season 3 with the most godlike looking 12 episodes, it will go back and sell and make a lot of money. I'm just saying. But yeah, again, One Punch Man, 25 million copies in circulation for 24 volumes. Then Undead Unluck, according to this, says Undead Unluck has 1.4 million copies in circulation, and I want to say that's with 9-ish volumes. Undead Unluck is making waves, because we're going to talk in a little bit as well something else regarding Undead Unluck that honestly will make you, if you're a fan of a certain franchise, want to check out Undead Unluck 10 times more. Also, I've heard nothing but great things from people that actually read it, that is actually very well written. And again, I haven't read it in a long time, I'll be honest with you. I'm like 20 something chapters deep, and from what I read, I really love some stuff from it. And 1.4 million copies, again, this is something that I'm expecting in Jump Festa this year, later this month. I'm expecting them to announce an anime. I don't know if it'll come immediately, but I'm expecting an anime, and I'm going to say maybe summer-ish time. Maybe we'll get the Undead Unluck anime by summer or fall. Like, hands down, that's what I'm going to call. But 1.4 million copies on Undead Unluck. And then, lastly, the third sales update we got is Dandadan by Tatsu Yukinobu. It has reached 700,000 copies in circulation, which I want to say the last time we reported on this, it was 450,000. So it's jumped up considerably, and it's getting closer in on 1 million. It's not doing, just being realistic, which, don't get me wrong, these are impressive, amazing numbers. This is not in Shonen Jump, this is in Jump Plus, and sometimes it gets a little adult and all that jazz, but it's not doing as well as I thought it was going to do, in terms of, I thought it was going to follow suit of like Kaiju number 8 and Spy X Family, that some of those series, they do half of this in their first week in their volumes when they drop. So it's still doing very, very impressive, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this one turns out. I feel like Shonen Jump is experimenting. I feel like they're taking elements of like the very edgy insanity stuff that Chainsaw Man brought forth and combining it with a bunch of things and then trying it out again, not having it in weekly Shonen Jump, putting it in the digital Jump Plus. But 700,000 copies with like 3 volumes, I want to stress that is very insanely good. I just thought it was going to follow suit of what the Jump Plus titles have been doing, of like Kaiju number 8, but then again, Kaiju number 8 is more like an Attack on Titan type of series where a lot of people are going to flock to something like that, and Spy X Family, I just gotta say, is an anomaly. Like, that's something that just doesn't happen often. But yeah, I want to stress, by no means am I saying these sales are low. I just thought it was going to be following suit with the other ones, if that makes any sense, which again, 700,000 copies, very, very insanely huge. Maybe my expectations are too high or off, I don't know. Next up, it's not anime or manga related, but from time to time I talk about stories of some things that I just want to talk about. I'm not paid to say this one, but any hip-hop or rap fans out there's a new group that is signed to TDE called A Room Full of Mirrors. It has a lot of really dope MCs, including Daylight. You may know him from battle rap or whatever, but he's a whole different animal on the mic outside of just battle rapping. They got a little project, an EP called Moneybags, and I really support this group. I really support what they stand for and what they're doing, so I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. A lot of people always say, yo, I can't find some dope hip-hop with great lyricism. It's hard to find good stuff. This is the good stuff. A Room Full of Mirrors, Moneybags, EP, out now. Go check it out. Yeah, I know, people are probably like, Fornev, what are you doing? From time to time, I talk about stuff that is not anime manga related. This is one of those times. A Room Full of Mirrors. You might like it. Okay, people, next up, we got a ton of updates for Jujutsu Kaisen. For starters, Jujutsu Kaisen will be publishing a special one-shot about Yuta Okotsu in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 2. So essentially, I don't know if it's going to be per se a Jujutsu Kaisen 0 one-shot, or it's going to be technically just Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe it'll be what Yuta is doing in the timeline of regular Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe something like that. Also to get people up to speed. Maybe they're not reading the manga, maybe they just want to check out this one shot. That's more than likely why they're doing it, because again, the big film is coming out. Yuta is going to be taking, the center stage as the main character, which I'm sure Jujutsu Kaisen 0 is going to throw some people off, right? Because some people, they don't know anything that's happening. They're just going in there like, oh, I can't wait, and then they're going to be like, wait a minute, where's Yuji? Where's Nobara? Where's Megumi? Like, who's this motherfucker? So I think this is to kind of warm people up to the idea of, again, it's not going to be about Yuji. It's Zero. And probably, oh my God, there's probably going to be some people theorizing like, oh, this guy Yuta must be Yuji's father when he was younger or something because of the Zero. Like, oh God, it's going to be a mess. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen publishing a special one-shot about Yuta in Weekly Shonen Jump 2. And then it also says, this one-shot's part of Jujutsu Kaisen's volume 0.5, a booklet present that people will be able to obtain by attending the Jujutsu Kaisen movie 0 film. This gift will also have comments from Akutami Gege and movie staff, which, oh my God, when they bring that film over here, just like they gave us that My Hero Academia booklet to watch World Heroes Mission, you know, this one, like, really, really dope little booklet. Hopefully they give us that for the Jujutsu Kaisen 0.5 volume thingy that they're doing. Like, I love these, and yeah, I want it. And also, Jujutsu Kaisen and Mission Yozakuro Family will both be revealing the results of their popularity polls with color pages in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 2. I wonder who's going to take the top. Like, hands down, I don't see Nobara being in the top of the poll or anything like that. I could see, I guess Yuji's going to be up there. Sukuna's going to be up there. Gojo, regardless, is going to be up. If Gojo takes number 1, that would be freaking hilarious. But I can see that. Maybe Yuta will infiltrate the top 10, something there. Oh my God. If Maki is not top 5, I don't know what to say. Maki better be top 5. I just got to throw that in there because if this is based off the manga and what's been happening within the last year or so of the manga, Maki better be up there. I'm just saying, I'm watching you, Japan. I'm watching you closely. And lastly, in Jujutsu Kaisen related news, Jujutsu Kaisen movie scheduled for December 24th in Japan. We got a new visual promoting the IMAX experience of the film, and it's of Gojo, Yuta, and Geto, and it looks absolutely fire. And gosh, man, I hate that we gotta wait over here. I really hope we get to, which we will, just like we got to the point with manga that we're getting simultaneous releases worldwide with the manga over there in Japan, and over here, we will get to a point where we'll have simultaneous release of the films and all that jazz, and I can't wait for that day because I hate being excited and talking about these films, and I'm, promoting them damn near every freaking week over here on Forever News, and then I still gotta wait. I still gotta wait 2 or 3 more months until one of the English, licensors or whatever bring this shit over here to the West. I'm like, but yeah, this visual looks fuego, fire. This movie is going to be fuego, fire. I know, I read Jujutsu Kaisen 0. It's pretty awesome. Okay, people, next up, let's start going down the rabbit hole of sales. We got the top 10 selling manga series of the week. Number 10, Oshinoko. 9, Campfire Cooking in Another World. My God, these isekai sometimes, fam. Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill. That just, it could be good, but that just sounds wacky as hell. Number 8, Jujutsu Kaisen, 81,923. Number 7, Kimetsu no Yaiba, 92,000. Kimetsu is selling old volumes off of a recap of... They got people by the balls with this. I ain't gonna lie. They got you by the balls. Soso no Frieren, aka Frieren Beyond Journey's End, 93,000. Number 6, Spy X Family, Honey Lemon Soda. I really want to check that out just to understand what the heck is going on there. What is Honey Lemon Soda? Number 3, Kusuriya no Hitori Goto. 169,000. Number 2, Kingdom, 183,000. And Tokyo Revengers rises to number 1 just when I counted them out. Just when I thought, oh, it's over for that Tokyo Revengers. We're gonna move forward now. Like, that's a wrap here, people. Tokyo Revengers, 193,000 coming in at number 1 for the top 10 selling manga series of the week. Dope stuff. Tokyo Revengers, great manga. I really need to jump back into it because after everything, I just like, oh, well, there's like 100 other things to read and watch. Let me jump there. Then I forget it. And it's like, I love Tokyo Revengers. I need to get back. It makes it easier for me to keep up with things when I review them consistently here on the channel. That's why I rarely fall behind on like Black Clover or My Hero because I review them every week. Moving forward, we got the weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. By the way, they actually changed the format. Shoutouts to Jos_Ke, always doing some fire stuff, bringing some dope insight. Let's start off with Negi Haruba Sentai Daishikaku, aka Ranger Reject. Since audiobooks don't have images, novels can't be undercooked in describing imagery to invoke feeling. Ooh, that's a good point. I ain't gonna lie, I think audiobooks might be the future, but I don't want to get too deep into that because then, you know, a big publisher might hear this and say, aha, let me grab that thought and continue on with it. And I know some people thinking like, you're not that important for Nev. I know. Let me just throw that out there. All right. Next, we got George Morikawa from Hajime no Ippo. Atami's Shirasu's Don is tasty. I guess he's talking about some sort of food. Shout outs to George Morikawa. Hajime no Ippo anime return when? Then we got Ken Wakui, author of Tokyo Revengers. The two necessities for the winter are an electric blanket and a heat deck. You know, I never thought about investing in an electric blanket because the thing about me, like I put on the fan in the nighttime, okay? Like I still be hot as hell sometimes and I still need a little bit of that extra cooling. So I don't know if an electric blanket, like maybe if I didn't have the heat on or something, or maybe if I slept with the door open, I don't know, window open or some shit, maybe that would help me use an electric blanket. But I don't know, I feel like an electric blanket, first of all, I'll be scared, like, yo, is it gonna start a fire? I'm gonna be in my sleep and catch on fire. But then also, I feel like I'd get too hot. Still not that bad of an idea, I'm just saying, especially if you, I don't know, if you was to go camping or something, that'd be kind of cool. Then we got Hiro Mashima, author of Eden Zero. I've learned 3D modeling and game engines on my own for the most part. The really hard part starts from here. God damn, I'm not gonna stress it again. Y'all already know. Hiro Mashima, MVP, mangaka, and many other things, man. Mangaka, game developer, a lot of shit. He does a lot. Then we got Nakaba Suzuki, author of Four Nights of the Apocalypse. This winter, I'd like to go somewhere where I can rest my weary spirit. Oh god, that would be fire. Please take me with you. Where we going? And lastly, we got Atsushi Okubo, author of Fire Force. Elden Ring is so much fun, but for now, the 9th time I'm playing Dark Souls again, this time using the warrior skills. Isn't Dark Souls like really? Oh yeah, I got Dark Souls for the PS5. Yeah, pretty freaking difficult to say the least. And yeah, people, those were the weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. Always a treat, always a pleasure, always something exciting to hear, especially from Hiro Mashima. Like, what is he doing this time? Is he, I don't know, freaking building skyscrapers? Okay, people, next up, I felt this one was definitely an appropriate one to cover. We've covered a lot of rise and falls at this point. Shout outs to Jose_Care, always giving us some insight, like I said. And this one was very, very important to us. Y'all know, Black Clover fans, we talk about the manga and success, lack thereof, yada yada, a lot here. And he gave us a chart of the manga's performance. Just briefly, he said, a great start and rise. Black Clover follows the most common trend of manga sales, where you have a peak sales point and then the slow decrease that follows it. We'll see if the movie can break past this trend and give it a push, because looking at it from here, it starts off with volume 1, it was between 50 and 100,000, so like about 75,000. Volume 2, 100,000, and it continued on. And it looks like right here, which I'm gonna do the due diligence, I'll do a cut right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Volume 15 was the peak of Black Clover, 5.5 million, and then since volume 15, it has been, damn, half of its life cycle pretty much. It's been going downhill in terms of sales. Let's check what volume 15 was. So volume 15 of Black Clover is the one with Mario Leona on the cover, and it said it was as the Royal Knight selection test enters its final stage, a surprising team is still in contention. Can Aster or Yuno take the crown? And after the test is over, the real battle begins when the members of the Royal Knights are decided. Oh, so this is when they were deciding who's going to go and fight against the elves, if I'm not mistaken, or just what was going on, the threat that they had at that time. Wow, that was the peak. Volume 15 with them training and like that. Yeah, it covers chapters 131 through 140. Yeah, and Rada says he's not careful. Okay, so this was like with Henry and the base and all this. That's so weird. Like, that's where Black Clover peaked. You would think like it would have peaked, okay, boom, at the end of the elf invasion arc or somewhere where it's recognizable, but it peaked during like Ghosh and Henry and the Black Bull hide. So bizarre. That's where the downward spiral of Black Clover began. I can't even believe it right now. What the hell, volume 15? But maybe people at that point, they were just starting to get tired of it, or maybe the anime at that, because the anime started around volume 13. The word of mouth backlash was actually very poor, so you figure if it started at 13, probably some people gave it a chance, jumped into the manga, and by 15 they were like, you know, the base that was going to rock with it stood with it, and anybody else was like, nah, I'm good, because of, again, the bad word of mouth. And it's crazy because from the anime from 13 13 to 15, where the peak was, the anime starts at 13 and the peak is at 15, it only jumped up from about 200,000 to about a little over 250. So the anime never really did anything for the manga sales. That's sad and crazy. I am going to lie, because considering Black Clover ran for, it was like, what, 170 episodes, I want to say? Like, it ran for a decent amount of time, and it's crazy that the anime never really had the biggest effect. Like, despite what the creator of this poll said, that's not the greatest jump in the world for an anime adaptation. It's like a little under 200,000 and then over 250,000. I don't know, but Black Clover, a very interesting run to say the least. And I'm imagining, if we're looking at the downward spiral, and based on how we've looked at these results throughout the last couple of months, I wouldn't be surprised if in a few more volumes Black Clover is planned on ending. Usually they end the series once the sales start to get close to how it was at one of its lowest points, or at the very least where it was pre-anime. And again, I think that film is going to play a very heavy part on where things go, how we move forward, if it's going to be a success or a failure, because I think that film is what they're writing for and hoping to kind of boost things up. If that film doesn't do anything for the manga sales, doesn't do anything for the franchise, then it's definitely game over, because the sales right now, as it stands, it's going lower than well before the anime even started. So not good, but again, like, Shonen Jump series, they usually do that. They peak and then continue to slowly go down. It's just that the peak wasn't the highest. Like, if the peak would have been doing, 500,000, 750,000, we'd be talking about a different story here. But honestly, a lot of people like to say, no, Yuki Tabata said he's going to go forever and ever. I plan on doing a lot of things, but there's other forces out there that will stop me. In this case, the Shueisha and Shonen Jump editorial staff will say, all right, fam, sales has gotten so low, we're going to get rid of this. And if things continue in this downward spiral, it'll be game over. But yeah, people, that was Black Clover's rise and slow fall as it stands right now. Moving forward, people, we got an update on Demon Slayer. It seems as though Demon Slayer is finally going to be going into new content in the anime. Y'all know the anime returned for season 2, quote unquote, and it was really just a recap of the Mugen Train arc, or the Mugen Train movie, and they added a couple extra scenes here or there, but for the most part, it's literally just the Mugen Train film broken up into episodes. That's pretty much what it's been. However, we're finally getting into the Entertainment District arc come this Sunday. Demon Slayer Anime's new video previews Entertainment District arc. The official English Twitter account for Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba anime began streaming an English subtitled trailer on Tuesday for the upcoming Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Entertainment District arc anime. The Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train arc is a 7-episode arc that adapts the Mugen Train film, and it premiered on October 10th. Come this Sunday, we're going to finally begin new content, which thank goodness. And the trailer, I ain't gonna lie, they're not showing too much. I remember when Demon Slayer was coming out, before episode 1 even dropped, they had like a couple of minutes of footage that they showed to showcase, like, yo, this is gonna look gorgeous. And they really haven't had that with this upcoming stuff. Like, we get little teases here or there. We see Uzui, we see like Inosuke, like we see little tiny clippings, but nothing really substantial. But I guess that's also because this part of the season, I guess, is only going to be like 11 episodes or something. I don't know. They milking this shit dry, fam. By the time they're done with Demon Slayer, the cow is going to be screaming in agony and begging them to put it out of its misery, because we're very early on. Demon Slayer just came out, what, 2016? The manga started, something like that. And we had 2021, 5 years later, and they have tortured that cow as they're milking it. Imagine another 5 years from now. Ay, bendito, poor Tanjiro, poor Nezuko. But yeah, Entertainment District arc coming this Sunday. Finally, it's okay to jump back in to the Demon Slayer anime. The Mugen Train is going to be, or it is now, over. And that's not to slight the Mugen Train by any means, and I'm sure there's some people that didn't watch the film and they're having a blast with it, but for people that already watched the film, you're ready for something new. I'm sure I'm ready for something new. Let's go. Entertainment District arc incoming now. Okay, people, next up, we got to talk some JoJo's. In case you missed it, I talked about JoJo's recently, Part 6 Stone Ocean, with a video. Go watch that bad boy now. Give you a little insight into how amazing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is, especially Stone Ocean. Well, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean is officially out on Netflix, the first 12 episodes, and apparently, here's how it's doing in the US and in Japan. It says JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean is #1 on Netflix Japan and #6 in the US. The official Twitter account for the anime series of Hirohiko Araki's JoJo's Bizarre Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean manga reported on Friday that the anime is currently the most watched overall title on Netflix in Japan and is also the 6th most watched overall title on Netflix in the United States. It should be number 1 over here too. Like, who's stopping this? I mean, I get it. People keep on rewatching the crap out of that Arcane show, and there's a few other things, but I'm just saying, it's JoJo's. Why isn't it number 1 over here too? Netflix debuted 12 episodes of the anime globally on Wednesday, and the series will air on TV in Japan in January, Tokyo, MX, MBS, and BS11. The Studio David Productions is, of course, returning to produce the series. Now, I'm wondering again, when's the next time we're going to get these episodes? I'm just saying, because like, I really adored and admired that first 12. I'm ready for the next 12 or however many they're going to do. I'm hoping that February or March, after 3 months of them dropping those episodes weekly on TV, then boom, before they get into the episode 13 on TV, we get episodes 13 through 26 on Netflix. Like, I will keep my Netflix subscription completely active solely for JoJo's, okay? I just gotta throw it in there. Solely for JoJo's, I would do it because I love JoJo's, and Jolene is so freaking amazing. Might be second or third best JoJo out there. I don't know, some people might say first. I don't know. But yeah, people, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, number 1 in Japan, number 6 in the US. Let's fix that number 6. Let's bring that 6 to a 1. I'm just saying, JoJo's fans, if you hear me, go watch it. Even if you're not going to jump into part 6, maybe you've always been thinking about starting it. Hey, weekend is upon us, fam. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, people, next up, it's been a while since we've had one of these, but it's My Hero Academia's latest popularity poll. I'm excited to see this. I've heard a little bit of an uproar. People saying, what the heck is going on with this list? But we're going to take a look from, I guess, 15 to 1. I'm not going to give each and every name or whatnot, but starting at 15, we got Denki, okay, with 1,144 votes. Then we got at number 14, Yaoyorozu with 1,168. So just 24 votes more than Denki. Then 13, man, how have the mighty fallen, fam. All Might at 13 with 1,204. Ever since All For One Battle, man, it was a death blow for his popularity, I'll say that. Number 12, Ochako with 1,257. That's kind of interesting. Ochako out of the top 5. Like, you would think she'll be in top 5. Ochako only 12. Okay. Number 11, Endeavor with 1,521. Damn, out of the top 10. Wow, that's crazy, yo. Look at here, hold on. Okay, Endeavor at number 11 with 1,521 votes. And he only lost being in the top 10 by 3 points. Holy shit. Yeah, because number 10 is Shinso with 1,524. Wow, Shinso robbed Endeavor. Holy cow, that's nuts. That number 9, what? That movie really was more impactful than I ever thought it would have been for My Hero. I am gonna lie, I did not expect World Heroes Mission to be this impactful, and I almost can guarantee that this character is going to sneak his way into the manga now after hearing this, because coming in at number 9, mind you, beating out All Might, Ochako, Endeavor, Yaoyorozu, Shinzo, Denki, Kaminari, like, he beat out a lot. Rhodey from World Heroes Mission, essentially, I mean, I guess it's technically canonical because of where it takes place or whatever, but Rhodey from the film with 1,759. People really loved Rhodey. Holy shit. Like, yo, just think about it. The mascot of the series, All Might, Rhodey outbeat him. The number 1 hero of My Hero Academia, Endeavor, he beat him. Ochako, the love interest of this, he beat her. Like, I'm shocked. Number 8, Present Mike, which is a very big jump from number 9. A lot of Present Mike fans, apparently, with 2,833 votes. Dope stuff. Aizawa at number 7 with 3,087 votes. Number 6, Ida, really? Ida? Wow, and that's a very big jump from number 7 and 6. Ida with 4,404 votes at number 6, and Aizawa only had 3,000. That's nuts. Number 5, Hawks, and he had 4,917 votes. Dope stuff there. Number 4, Red Riot, baby. He got 5,176 votes to come in number 4, and I ain't gonna lie, this list just seems very, very wacky. I would take Endeavor and Aizawa and probably Yaoyorozu and of course All Might, and I would swap it with the top 4 up there. Like, this is a nuts list. Well, Aizawa's already top 4, you get what I'm saying. Then numbers 3 through 1, I'm sure you guessed it, it's the big 3 of this series. I'm not talking about Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, nor am I talking about the big 3 that was coined with Mirio and them. I'm talking about Bakugo, Deku, and Todoroki. Todoroki at number 3 with 7,999, and that's that Todoroki hasn't done too much in a really long time, so 8,000 votes for him is dope. Number 2 and 1, always hilarious, because you know, in One Piece, usually Luffy wins, you know, the popularity poll, things like that. But not in My Hero Academia. Number 2, Deku with 10,462 votes. And number 1, 13,869 votes. Bakugo, the most popular character of My Hero Academia. More popular than the main character. That's kind of bonkers. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This popularity poll has been, the results are just way out of whack. Things that I would not expect in 100 billion years. Like, again, Endeavor not even in the top 10. Rhodey in there from World Heroes Mission. Aizawa being bested out by Red Riot. Bakugo being number 1, which Bakugo has been number 1 multiple times now, I want to say, but it is bizarre. This was all calculated with 76,539 votes, not including, again, number 16 and on. But wow, very, very interesting and shocking to say the least for My Hero Academia's popularity poll results for the top 15. Nuts. Okay, people, next up, just a small update on, which I want to say it's been a little bit since we've seen this, but this is a color page of the last chapter of One Piece Novel A, the manga adaptation by Boichi in the upcoming One Piece magazine, issue 13, out this Friday. And no slight or disrespect to Oda, but fam, when you look at this, sometimes it makes you think, wow, if only Boichi was the one drawing One Piece. And again, Oda, that's his series. I'm not trying to be disrespectful by any means, but looking at this art, what could have been, fam? Ace, Whitebeard, you know, I'm sure Oda must look at this with a side eye, like, yo, why you shitting on my stuff, man? We know you to go with the art. Like, why you doing this to me, fam? Roger, Luffy, like, if there was a One Piece sequel after One Piece that is going to be taking place, let's just say about Luffy's son, whatever, for the love of God, let Boichi do the art. For the love of God, please let Boichi do the art for One Piece, whatever it has coming after the series ends, because you know it has something coming. It's going to be a Boruto-esque type of series, I'm sure. But One Piece Episode A, oh my God, I can't get over. This is gorgeous. How does he have the time? How is he so skilled and talented? This is beautiful, honestly. Holy cow. Let me stop because I'm really right now fanboying like a motherfucker over Boichi's art. Godlike. Okay, people, next up, this is something that I wanted to try adding in. If y'all don't like it, let me know, because this is another author comment. This time around, this is from Weekly Shonen Sunday. So you're going to get a few unfamiliar titles or not the most popular, but I thought it'd be interesting. If y'all don't want to see it anymore, let me know. I won't cover these anymore, but it looked like a little bit of fun. I guess they asked each of the mangaka this question. It says, what's the thing you've done lately that has left you feeling warm and fluffy? Which, okay. And Gosho Aoyama, author of Detective Conan, said, when I watched the first episode of Komi Can't Communicate. Yeah, I really got to see that shit. Like, everybody. Damn, wasn't Oda just talking about that? I wonder if there's an agenda to push Komi Can't Communicate. Hey! Yo, they pushing people to be more antisocial. Conspiracies. Then we got Komi Can't Communicate by Tomohito Oda, the author. Oh, Oda. Conspiracies. When my child was able to climb up the slide all by themselves. Oh, so that's what got them feeling warm and fluffy. Then let's take a look at Rumiko Takahashi, author of Inuyasha, and now she's doing Mao. She said, when a former assistant of mine brought their child over for a visit. She's an older lady. I could imagine her having a good time with like a kid coming over and stuff like that. And yeah, for the most part, those are the manga that we are really familiar with over here. So, because I'm not going to just start, hey, let's talk about this and that. Or I guess Soso Frieren, that's one that's blowing up, and I'm sure when it gets an anime, everybody's going to be familiar with it. Author of Soso no Frieren, Kanehito Yamada, said, when I saw a big fluffy stray cat. Okay. But yeah, people, those are the Shonen Sunday author comments. I know, not the most extravagant in the world, but I thought it'd be interesting to include. If y'all don't want to see them anymore, let me know. If you want to see me do it more, let me know as well, or maybe cover some of the other authors on this list. But those are the ones that I'm familiar with, again, from Detective Conan, Mao, Komi Can't Communicate. Like, those are the ones I mostly know. And of course, Soso no Frieren. Okay, people, so we're going to be brief about this. Over, I want to say it was a couple weeks ago now, when they did Anime NYC, apparently there was a breakout of, you know what, the virus that has been going on for ages, and now the new variant of the virus. Apparently somebody was reported to be infected with it over there. I'm so glad, and don't get me wrong, I'm sending prayers and all that jazz, but I'm so glad I myself did not go to the event, because that would have been hell, and I would have a lot of people worried around me, you know, over here back at home, because they would have been like, yo, you were exposed to that and all that jazz. So I'm kind of glad, you know, things happen the way they do. I wasn't really in the right mindset to go over there anyway. Man diagnosed with Omicron variant who attended Anime NYC. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki announced on Thursday that an adult male from Hennepin County, Minnesota tested positive for the new variant disease, and she reported that he had attended Anime NYC event at New York City's Javits Center between November 19th and 21st. The male had been vaccinated. He reported mild symptoms on November 22nd and got tested November 24th. He was informed to isolate himself from others, and his symptoms have since resolved. This is the second confirmed case of the new variant in the United States. And apparently ABC News reported that the event organizers estimated 53,000 attendees for the convention. And yeah, this is definitely going to get some headlines, and my best wishes out to everybody that was a part of that. And yeah, this is very, very messy. I hate that it, happened at a big convention, because this could probably shut down a lot of future conventions and a lot of people getting out of the house. People not talking enough about what it's doing to people constantly being at home, their mental, because of, all of this jazz and stuff like this. People need this. Honestly, a lot of people, I'm sure this is what they needed to feel a little bit better. And now we might not have conventions again because of this outbreak and stuff. Like, terrible situation. My heart goes out to anybody affected by this. Hopefully, nobody, no fatalities or anything like that, because yeah, it's, I don't know, been terrible last couple of years with this. Okay, next up, I wanted to talk about this because this was actually a very big deal to me. Apparently, Undead Unluck has been recommended by Tsukihime and Fate Stay Night visual novels writer Kinoku Nasu in Volume 9. Now, in case y'all don't know, Kinoku Nasu, he did, of course, the Fate Stay Night visual novels. I believe he worked side by side with Gen Urobuchi to create Fate Zero, and he's a freaking legend, and I'm shocked to even see him come out and say, yo, I rock with this. I recommend this. Wow, that's powerful. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people are gonna be checking out and flocking to Undead Unluck just off of this man's recommendation. Hands down. Like, that's a very, very big deal. And it makes me want to go back, like, okay, it's been a while. I was like in the 20s. I need to go check it out again. Nasu said it as well. Just wanted to throw this in here because Undead Unluck hasn't had the most push as of recent, and the sales numbers for the manga have kind of been going down a little bit. I'm sure an anime announcement's coming, and yeah, Nasu, Kinoku Nasu, if you're a Fate fan, you know who Nasu is. He tells you, go read Undead Unluck. Okay, people, next up, a couple of pieces of Chainsaw Man news, including stuff about the author. Now, the author of Chainsaw Man recently, he did some Dragon Ball art and also spoke about Dragon Ball as a whole, so let's take a look at that. Tatsuki Fujimoto, he said, I'm honored to be part of such a project, and he's referring to the big Dragon Ball project where the author is doing fan art for the next couple years. He said, even before I read the Dragon Ball manga, the name of the characters was something I learned from my everyday life, and when I read it once again right before starting my own serialization, I noticed how Goku embraces what makes shonen manga so great. I learned a lot from him. Let's all reread Dragon Ball together. I ain't gonna lie, there's just a small little hint of, I don't want to call it snarkiness, but like when he said, obviously he's jokingly or whatever, but when he said, before I read the Dragon Ball manga, the name of the characters was something I learned from my everyday life, because a lot of the names are puns on things, like Gohan means rice, Kakarot, carrot, like, yo, Tatsuki Fujimoto with the jokes, fam. You got the jokes there, buddy. And then also we got to look at what he drew. It says Dragon Ball Volume 2 by Tatsuki Fujimoto. This is a part of the Dragon Ball Super Gallery project to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the series. And yeah, he did, which I ain't gonna lie, doesn't look really like Goku and Bulma at all. It's definitely his own interpretation. But yeah, that's supposed to be Goku and Bulma. And don't get me wrong, it looked fire. It doesn't really look like them. I ain't gonna lie. It's like Fujimoto was like, yeah, I'm gonna draw what I want to draw. I'll just be inspired by it, like, wild stuff. But yeah, shout out to Tatsuki Fujimoto. And while we're on the topic of Chainsaw Man's author, Tatsuki Fujimoto, big Chainsaw Man news, which for the most part for me, I kind of felt like this was to be expected. Like, I wasn't expecting that much longer to wait for Chainsaw Man, but here it is. Because according to this, it says both Chainsaw Man Part 2 and the anime adaptation of Chainsaw Man are scheduled for a 2022 release. So we got confirmation it won't pass this year of us getting the anime and the continuation part, which I thought we were going to get the continuation part by now, because Chainsaw Man ended, I want to say it was last December, if I'm not mistaken. It's been like a full year, but the author took a year off and released a lot of those one shots, so shout outs to him. But yeah, we have 100% confirmation we're getting the anime and manga. Hopefully the anime, it would be perfect to kick off the summer with that. Like, if they've been working all this time, I would love to have Chainsaw Man by the summertime. Part 2 probably around that time. It would be great cross promotion for the both of them. But yeah, we have confirmation 2022 Chainsaw Man anime and manga. Let's freaking go. I am so pumped. Tatsuki Fujimoto, let's do the damn thing. But yeah, people, that's all the stories I have for today. I'm curious what you guys think. The most important story to you, the story that touched you, something that maybe you wanted me to cover that I didn't, or do you want me to continue on with the Shonen Sunday segment, or just kind of drop that since we already do weekly Shonen Magazine, and jump off the comments and your thoughts on just the episode in general. A lot of fire stuff that we talked about. That's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace, and you guys just watched another episode of FORNEVERNEWS. Have an awesome day.
So just go to find it.